هذا البرنامج برعاية
Hello, dear viewer, to the second episode about the subject of atheism. Have you heard the saying the best defense is a good offense? Atheism are of the most noticeable employers of it. Do you know why? Simply because they fear that there is day of judgment and hell, and some of them apostatize to escape the obligations from God. So they replace fear with offending those who believe in a creator, judgment, heaven and hell, and mock those who believe in that. Moreover, this thinking is naive because it is ethereal. On the other hand, these questions doubting God's existence raise respect to the mind, as the human being sane must realize that there is purpose for the existence of creatures, and purpose from his existence. And the purpose of the mind is to think of life's purpose, the sane's role, and what will be after death, that called cosmic narrative. So, because we possess the tool that guides to this answer, which is the mind, the Quranic text, and minds taught in them, we should reach the logical answer that through we respect the mind, and we would have used it in the way it is described with rationality and correct logic. And here an important question might occur. Does the mind always think in a correct method? As there are high-ranking people such as presidents, generals, and scientists that thought with the mind, and the result they reached were harmful to humanity and caused great evil in this world, such as gunpowder, nuclear bombs, spying devices, methods for oppression, and innovation in which rob the world's wealth and rights. There are logical answers for these quoted questions, that the mind doesn't always think in a correct method, so it's possible to reach evil result, and the problem here isn't with the mind, but in the method of thought, as the mind thinks of useful and harmful things for mankind. So harmful thought has nothing to do with the mind because it produces it, but with the way of thinking and discovery. It's naive to reach the result that here is no creator because we confirmed that with the mind. And about mind's mistakes, here we say that the three sources of thought are 1. Information, 2. Mind product, 3. Facts. Information can be correct and incorrect, like answers to a test. As for the mind product, it's what the human produces. It can be harmful or useful. For example, to form a network of car thieves, drug dealers, or a group of people to conceive a solution for a country's poverty crisis. These examples need planning and mental thinking, and they can be harmful or useful. As for facts, they exist and the humans reach them, and they are unmistakable and always correct. For example, the atomic composition of water consists of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen atoms. The earth has gravity, 2 and 2 equal 4. The human reaches all these facts and they're true. It's wrong to say earth has no gravity because the mind can make mistakes, as it's a fact we reached and it's unmistakable. We answered that the presence of universe with laws, accuracy and harmony within, and that this creator Allah is one, is a fact we reach and it's unmistakable. And not recognizing the existence of the Creator is not accepting the fact that's unmistakable, that we reach through the mind, and therefore the human begins to doubt his mental abilities, and he corrupts his mind, and without his faith in the existence of a Creator, he corrupts his deeds, and if they were good deeds, they won't get him to heaven because he doesn't believe in them, and because worship and good deeds are coupled with faith in Allah's existence, as singling him out in worship. As for science and its relation with Islam, many atheists believe contradicts religion, and the truth is that science and religion are parallel lines that never intercept nor contradict, and that Allah has known mental laws in the human mind, like the causality law and teleology law. Causality is that every effect has a cause, and nothing happens without cause. Teleology is that everything exists for a purpose, from the smallest to the largest of creatures, and if we examine them closely, we would indeed find that they have roles and purposes. Allah says in the Quran, أَفَحَسِبْتُمْ أَنَّمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ عَبَثًا وَأَنَّ إِلَيْنَا لَا تُرْجَعُونَ, and وَمَا خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاءَ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا لَاعِبِينَ. So with religion and science, human's life becomes beautiful and understandable, Allah says on the lips of regretful infidels, وَقَالُوا لَوْ كُنَّا نَسْمَعُ أَوْ نَعْقِلُ مَا كُنَّا فِي أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. That is, if we were committed by religion's laws and applied them, and thought about it with our minds, we wouldn't be with the people of hell now. Therefore, religion and science are in harmony with one another. And Atheism, which is also one of the pillars of religion, is based on the basis of the mind, causality law, immortality after life, and judgment is based on teleology law. So these laws point that the mind and sanity, and that the existence of the Creator after life and reward are theological necessities. And the relation between religion and science is close and never conflicting. Therefore, those who separate religion from science and sanctify science do this for two reasons. 1. Instability in the laws of mental thinking. 2. Instability in the religion they're dealing with that is its false, or presented in a wrong way. Moreover, a great philosopher and scientist separated the mind to two types. 1. The hasty content mind. 2. The conscious liberated mind. The first stops at small details and doesn't look for its purposes. If we take the sun as example, he'll say the sun's purpose is to illuminate, provides energy, and we can't live without it. The second thinks and reaches the result that the sun was created to benefit humans, and that all creatures were also created to benefit humans, and that the human is an important creature. So he looks for the purpose of his importance and creation, looks for the complete purpose to fill, and doesn't stop at small details. And if we examine closely, we'll find that the first type is the common type in this age for many reasons, including the loss of meditation talent, short sight, and people's preoccupation with experimental research, at the cost of experimental meditation for the mind. Moreover, through the second type, we can find answers about the meaning and purpose of life. We know there are contrasts or struggles between science and religion, and are identified by a Muslim philosopher there. 1. Formal struggle, to use the religion as guides for certain ambitions, such as religious authority, for example, and that's what happened with the church's authority. 2. Everlasting struggle between materialism and religiousness, spiritual and experimental. 3. Ideological struggle, caused by ego and selfishness. These reasons exist, yes, but that doesn't mean to concede to them. And if we return our minds to true Islamic teachings and concepts, and employ them in different times and places, I think we'll get through this struggle. We as Muslims need both religion and science, as both serve humankind and each other. The purpose of religion is knowing the Creator, and drawing guidance from Him. As for science, discovering and exploiting it for humankind. And each one, science and religion, has grace with the other, as religion benefits from science when it reaches discovers. These discovers arrange the mind to have faith in the unseen. Also, science benefits from religion by surrounding it with an aura of joy and pleasure, and that there's a maker for these science and amazing discoveries. Religion completes science and expands the horizon to beyond physical universe, and this leads us away from atheism, as it makes people without horizon and doesn't let them think in a free rational mind, nor dealing with people with ethics, because atheists don't believe in afterlife. So they seek to do what they want without accountability or consequences. So many children died without honoring, and so many offenders without punishment. Faith in Allah is an ethical and logical law, and in the afterlife is judgment. We continue in the next episode. See you again.